Welcome to another episode of, or a new episode of Prop 5. I am Greg Sylvander. I come to you ahead of our action tonight, and I'm going to bring you my 5 big prize picks of the night. Now, y'all know prize picks. That's a big part of our platform, big part of our network. You got to support Play Prize Picks. We know that in Florida things are dicey right now, but if you're in another state, you can still play Prize Picks. You got to use the code 5 FIVE. That'll get your initial deposit matched up to $100. It's daily fantasy simplified, y'all. Y'all know Prize Picks. This is the show where we break down our favorite props, whether it be on Prize Picks or Better Edge. You can use the code 5RSN over there. But here we're talking about Prize Picks. We're going to stay locked in to the 5 plays that I like the best on Prize Picks tonight, starting with none other than, and this is an easy one, y'all, Jimmy Butler's at 23.5 points. Listen, you got to take the over on Jimmy Butler. We're talking about playoff Jimmy being activated. He's playing better and better. He's getting honed in here on the road at Dallas. I see Jimmy Butler going over 23.5. That is play number 1. So document it. We're going to see how closely I can hit all 5 here. Play number 1, more than 23.5 points for Mr. Jimmy Butler. Play 2, I am going with none other than Steph Curry. He is up against the Chicago Bulls tonight. And the play I like for him is his assist. This number started at 4.5 starting today. It's all up to 5 now. I still like it. Go more than 5 assists on Steph Curry. He's playing a late game at home against the Chicago Bulls. I see them bouncing back from that tough loss in Boston, getting one against the Bulls at home. I see Steph Curry being a primary facilitator. Doesn't really matter who they put on him. And over 5 assists for Steph Curry is my second play of the day. I'm sticking with the West Coast here with my next play. And this has a lot to do with the fact that Karl Anthony Towns is now out via injury. Anthony Edwards up against the Indiana Pacers, who push pace, play the brand of basketball where there's lots of points being scored. Anthony Edwards is at 31.5 points. I'm going over. He could see a 40 burger tonight. Anthony Edwards over 31.5 is absolutely the way to go. I'm taking that all day to the bank. So far to recap, we've got Jimmy Butler over 23.5 points, Steph Curry over 5 assists, Anthony Edwards over 31.5 points. The next one, I'm leaning into this T-Wolves Pacers game, and I'm going to say Pascal Siakam over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. This is a prop that I think that they're going to be using him a lot to facilitate throughout this game. It's one where in an up and down, up-tempo brand of basketball, I expect that he will get the opportunity to get out and run off those rebounds, find some assists. He has hit that 3 of his last 5. He's averaging 12.8 rebounds and assists over his last 5. So I think 10.5 is safe. That's the next play of the night. You got to go Pascal Siakam on Prize Picks, more than 10.5 rebounds. That's my 4th play. And last but not least, I'm sticking with the Miami Heat. And yes, I know you can't play in Florida, but you could still play Miami Heat players. And I love Terry Rozier over 9 rebounds and assists. This is one that you're not going to see a lot of people go for. He's averaging 9.2 rebounds and assists over his last 5. He's gone over 9 only in 2 of his last 5. I think Terry Rozier is going to have a really well-balanced night. I would expect him to go over 9 rebounds plus assists. So again, let's recap them. Terry Rozier, more than 9 rebounds and assists. Jimmy Butler, more than 23.5 points. Steph Curry, more than 5 assists. Anthony Edwards, more than 31.5 points. And Pascal Siakam, more than 10.5 rebounds and assists. Use the code 5, FIVE, to get your initial deposit matched up to $100. You can play Prize Picks. They can play on your desktop or download the app, but you got to use the code 5, FIVE. That'll get your initial deposit matched I'm Greg Sylvander. I just gave you my five plays on Prop 5 on 5 Reasons Sports Network. Remember that code 5 on prizepicks.com.